Before we begin, a quick content note. In this episode, we talk about suicide and mental health struggles. If this topic feels heavy for you, please take care of yourself and skip ahead if needed. Thank you.
Hallelujah, holla back. My name is Zach.
My name Bryce.
Together we're Festivyl, and this is Festivyl Unfiltered.
Let's get it.
Ooh, look what you started. Festivyl, your new fave artist.
7th grade, junior high was like a very pivotal moment for me. I remember going on a fishing trip. It was me, my brother, and my dad, and there was a family like gun, not a family gun. My dad had a gun like for protection. And I remember that period of time, me just being so scared and just like, I was dealing with like my sexuality, and like we were hardcore in the church, and like I would just like sit in church and have so many questions. And every time like I tried asking a question, it was just like, I was always just like, don't question God. Just like, you just believe like this is the truth. This is the answer. And unfortunately for me, like that truth and that answer made me feel like God hates me. God doesn't love me. Like,
because you weren't out.
No, I was
Not
12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you knew you were.
Yeah,
gay.
I knew I was different. But definitely 8th grade is when like I was like open with myself of like, you like, dude, you are gay. And 8th grade was when that same tackle box, when on the fishing trip where I saw my dad's gun, I was like, this is it. I can't take this anymore. And I remember going into the garage. My parents, everyone was gone out the house. Went into the garage, grabbed my dad's gun and put it in my mouth.
Oh, shit.
And then went to pull the trigger, not knowing how to take a gun off of safety.
Wow.
I mean, to me, like there had to have been some sort of like kind of like divine intervention in that moment. But I always thought like I wasn't allowed to have a connection with Source. And I went so much of my life like disconnected from spirituality because I felt like it wasn't available for me. And because of that, I think that's where I built in kind of like this free spirit of like not giving a fuck, almost just always being free, but also terrified, if that makes any sense. And it wasn't until like I spoke with a therapist and like where it really sunk in with me, like, wait, everyone doesn't think about killing themselves? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like where I was like, oh, that's what mental health is? Oh, so this like shame and guilt and hating myself. Everybody don't feel these things?
Does your family even know about this story?
They do. I don't know if it's really like kind of like sunk in as far as like how real it was for me being closeted and that young and the real fears that I had. I do remember when I came out to my dad and when I shared that story with him, that's when it like hit for him, where it was like, you know, I'm sure he could be like, damn, I didn't even know you remembered and knew that's where that was.
Yeah.
And I remember my dad, he was just like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry if like there was anything that I said or did that made my young son feel that. And I'm so grateful for him for acknowledging that.
That's a wild story.
Yeah.
Thinking about like so many people like in the same shoes that go through that same thing.
Yeah. It's
like scared with their sexuality, not knowing if it's right or wrong, and no one to talk to at that young of age.
Yeah, but also I think I had to like redefine what a relationship with God was. And I don't even like the word God to me holds so much weight, right? I like source. I like source,
Higher power.
higher power allows me to connect in a way that growing up, I always like God never looked like me. I always imagined God like this this white guy in sandals with long hair, you know, and not knowing like, oh, that played into me like not being able to really connect. And this is my experience, like, right? It's all interpretation. It depends on who's your teacher, who's the pastor, who, you know. And for me, when I joined like a yoga studio, right, and like I was around these like spiritual people, and like they were, the way they like described God and the way they were like talking about like source and all that stuff, I was just like, tell me more.
Yeah.
You know,
I like this. This makes sense.
Yeah, like that community, I realized, I'm like, oh, this is what church could feel like, what it should feel like. I don't know if it's necessary to have a middleman to go to the source. The analogy I use is like, you have an older brother, and anytime you want to talk to your parents, your father, you got to go through your older brother. Hey, can you tell dad I'm grateful. Thank you, dad, for doing it. Hey, can you ask dad if I could get this job or this opportunity? And over time, your brother's like, just go straight to dad. Yeah. He's your dad too. Like, you don't need to go through me.
Yeah.
When I was able to kind of like free my mind from the middleman, allowed a deeper connection with the source. And I think it would be helpful for a lot of other people to not feel like you're a born sinner. Like, I'm born defected. What? Obviously, there's a defect in society, in the world kind of turned, right? But like, a child is born kind of like a blank slate.
Yeah.
And being told during my upbringing, like I was a born sinner, like I'm innately like bad. Took so much work to like unprogram.
Yeah.
To free my mind. And so I have so much. God's the greatest, but I say this all the time. You know, like people. Mm-hmm. I remember like my family, I think like that, like I didn't believe in God. And they're right. They were right. There was a period of time where like I didn't believe in something higher. Like that was when I was like lost my, you know. But I remember like being able, when I came, like telling people, God's the greatest. God. Like, I was saying, people like, oh yeah, Jesus is it. I was like, no, I didn't say Jesus. I said God. I said source. Yeah. I said source. And like, you don't believe in Jesus? No, I believe in God. God's the greatest. I don't know. Like I believe in just kind of like the idea of like, that's what faith is. Don't nobody really know.
Yeah.
If we had the answer, it wouldn't be no question marks. We've been asking this question since the beginning of time.
Well, isn't it kind of like Jesus is all of us? We're kind of all connected to God. So aren't we kind of all God's sons?
Yeah.
And daughters?
Yeah.
And it's within us to be on that same frequency and energy to be able to get the...
Yeah, the Bible is the way I've kind of like grown to interpret it is like based on your vibration, you can see yourself in the story.
Exactly, yeah.
Based on your consciousness is who you are in the Bible. And for me, like going to LA, getting lost, right? And
lost in the sauce?
Yeah, and be like, compared to someone who's just like been safe kind of in the church and not going out there. And to me, I'm like, oh, I know what hell is. There's a hell right here. Yeah. I know who the devil is. I could probably call him. the devil is just confused. The devil is just someone who, you know, like on the journey, like if you're fortunate to come out on the other side, like there's less of a fear of like knowing what's really kind of going on and out there. And with that knowing comes a little bit of distrust too, of like, who did this?
Yeah.
Who told me I gotta believe in this? I just got a little bit of distrust. That's the and to each his own. To whatever like whatever works for you. Different things work for different people. There's not a one size fits all, and that's okay. Like that. Like this is how I'm connected, and it's okay if like this is what you need to feel, you know, that divinity and spirituality. I just think for so long it's been used specifically against people that look like me.
Black.
Why would I believe what my slave master gave me? It doesn't, it's not adding up. So I can't read and write, but I can read and write. I can read this book.
Yeah.
I don't know.
About a white man.
Yeah. Now I'm
supposed to look up to a white man.
Yeah. And like you question, it's okay. Like that's what freed me ultimately, is having questions and seeking answers. I remember like when I was about to go to Montana, and it was between Portland State and Montana. And when I chose Montana, everybody was like, "You ain't scared to go out there with all the white people?" And I was like, I mean, now that you say it, I'm scared. They got KKK out there. Like, what I do, right? I went to Montana. I had a fucking ball, you know, like, and that was, you know, kind of like the beginning of me like being a free spirit, and me like not just inheriting fears from others, you know, like our parents, our family at that time, but allowing grace for them too, because like they have real reasons, you know, like there's real fears that my father had, right? That felt like he needed protection.
I saw like a TikTok video where they put all these babies in a room and surround them with 6 foot long snakes.
Mm-hmm.
And the babies are just trying to like pet and touch the snakes.
Yeah.
Saying like, we're born without fear.
Yeah.
But it's when a parent comes in and sees their baby around a 6 foot snake, and the parent freaks out and gets scared. Like, oh my God. And the baby's like,
yeah, that's inherited fear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you grow up like in a religious household? Did you go to church? What was spirituality for you as a child?
I was raised Episcopalian,
mm-hmm.
which is like, I think, a type of Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
My grandfather was a priest.
Really?
Yep. And traveled around to churches all over the United States.
I never knew this.
Yeah.
Huh.
And then that's why my dad moved around so much, because he was just moving with his family.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was always like a small church. But my dad, I don't think he's a little bit religious.
Uh-huh.
Like we would usually go to church on just Christmas and Easter. Early on, maybe it was a Sunday here and there, but usually every Christmas for sure, and Easter. And I was going to Sunday school after church for a little while,
mm-hmm.
but that didn't last very long. I didn't really believe in a lot. I usually fell asleep in church.
Same. Yeah.
I didn't really understand it, but I liked having the idea of an afterlife and something happens after that.
Yeah.
Without giving us the fear of death.
Yeah.
But yeah, until like what you kind of mentioned in a higher source, and I think what you've talked about is kind of related to me the most.
Mm-hmm.
And I've kind of taken that in and gone with that route. And that kind of helps with manifesting things and having that higher source and putting it out there into the world and writing it down, and then just connecting with the source that way is how it works for me.
Yeah.
It makes the most sense to me.
Yeah. And I think it's so unfair too that like a woman has to go through a man to connect with God.
So yeah, why does the source or God have to be a man?
A man.
Yeah.
And it only just like reinforces like the patriarchy, like white supremacy, like yeah, like this is top, like this is the pinnacle of like God. There's God, and then there's this nigga named Jesus. He's real close. You were born sinner. What? Come on, do what you got to do to enjoy this
Life
thing
on
right
Earth.
now, because we don't know what's after this, and don't live in fear of like what's after this. Understanding like you are such a participant in this experience. I've gotten so good with telling people I don't know. People like, I'm not mean it wholeheartedly. I'm gonna be a millionaire.
Yeah.
How you gonna do it? I don't know. I got an idea.
Yeah.
But I'm putting that out there, and I'm going that direction. I'm headed that way.
And the source is gonna help me achieve that goal.
Yeah.
And I know it's gonna happen.
Yeah, and doing my part of like trying and creating a podcast and making music and connecting with good people, and like that's just not feeling like I just need someone, a savior, to come save me. Like getting out of that mindset has opened so much for me.
Well, that was crazy about today. Earlier this morning, you said, you know what, I needed a balloon, a happy birthday balloon, and a heart. And I was like, okay, and didn't think anything of it. And an hour later, we're driving down the street.
Yeah.
And like 100 yards up, I'm like, what the fuck is that in the road?
Yeah.
And there's 2 helium balloons floating in the road, like half inflated, with a little heart weight. So they're kind of like
bad.
So, and then and then I'm driving up to it, and I'm like, oh shit, that's a heart balloon and a happy birthday balloon. You gotta be fucking kidding me. And then all of a sudden the wind just like blows it up a little bit, and I just start rolling down my window as we're driving by going like 30 miles per hour. I pull out my hand and grab the string and just pull the balloons in.
True story.
And you were like, I just asked for a happy birthday
balloon.
And
what did I say when you pulled the balloons out? I was like, that's God.
That's God.
Like how many times? Like I was like, you gotta be
fucking kidding me.
A day. That's my favorite thing to say. When something don't make sense, but it's so beautiful and amazing, I'm like, yeah, that's God.
That's God.
Like I know when I'm in alignment. Synchronicities, 222s, 333, 444. Like I'm just like, oh, I got off after today. I got off my bike, the electric bike. Got home today. 222 miles I've ridden on this bike so far.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, like I'm in, but we live in a society, in a world that it's so hard to stay in alignment.
Yeah.
You're gonna get out of sync. Like it's virtually impossible unless you just want to move to the forest, stay in your room, and don't go outside. It's virtually impossible to just stay in this perfect straight and narrow.
It's knowing that you are off track and able to get yourself back
into that like sweet spot, and you'll know in that sweet spot because magical shit just be happening. And you're like, okay, this got to be. But use an example like Jay-Z and Beyoncé. I always use them as examples because
I know you do.
I'm just so grateful to like live in a time where like a Black woman is right?
King of the crop. Cream of the crop.
And I feel like she is so in alignment that she goes on tour, right? And I'm sure people are like, girl, how we gonna make this the number one? Like she puts in a lot of work, right? But she's in so alignment, she get a mute challenge. What the fuck is the mute challenge? She couldn't have planned that. Like that's divine alignment where like she put in that work, she go on that tour, and then something pops off where like, oh shit, all right, we finna work with this. We're gonna start building around this. This is new marketing and promo. Like that is alignment. And Jay-Z's album 444, man, that album just opened my eye to so many real thoughts and feelings. The world is constantly like growing in consciousness. And if you're stuck in the past, you're gonna be stuck in the past. But if you grow with the world and the consciousness of the world, you'll be able to like, man, Jay probably wouldn't even be able to get off that album 444 50 years ago. Some of the things that he's saying on there, like, What are you talking about? You can't say that out loud. We get assassinated for those thoughts and feelings. No, like that's the magical thing I think about, like spirituality and like being able to like evolve and grow with the world. And unfortunately, pain is a portal. And if you're scared to feel pain, because who wants to feel pain? Like you're kind of missing out. For me, like my most painful moments is when I got closer to source, is when I had to really like tap in and ask for help. I'm now recognizing that like I didn't have to go through that much pain. I should have stayed close.
Yeah.
I should always show gratitude. Like, hey, good looking out. I talk to God like this. Good looking out, bro. I appreciate that.
What kind of help are you looking for? Like financial help or just help on your next steps in your future? Or
all the above.
Everything.
Yeah. But I would never like connect on the daily. If I was only coming when I needed help.
Yeah.
Like when I got myself into a bad position, then I'm like, hey, okay, hook it up.
Yeah.
All right, I promise this time. Whereas now I try to keep myself in a space where I be like, hey, this is what I want. Good looking out for what I got. Hey, good, like boom. And again, going directly, it took work to like get that middleman out of my because it's subconscious, deep-seated program in us before we can ever remember. And like it's still gonna take some work disconnecting and being patient with yourself.
And then talking to source every day.
Yeah.
Saying
and asking people
thank you. And being grateful.
Yeah.
For what you have.
Yeah. And
feeling abundant.
Free.
And free.
Like it takes work, man. It is such it was work to like feel safe and free at the same time.
Yeah. So going back to in 8th grade, when you went into the garage and went into the tackle box and pulled out that gun, knowing who you are now and what you've gone through, if you could go back in time and talk to that little boy, kind of what would you say to him?
You're loved exactly who you are. You're safe. And you don't, like, there's nothing broken about you. And anyone that makes you feel like you are broken and you're not loved, you're unlovable, is lying. Truly.
And there's nothing wrong with you.
There's nothing wrong with you. Yeah. Like that's what I would have instilled into that child. It's very easy to regurgitate and be a mirror of like what's wrong with the world. I have a buddy who I know his intentions are well of like what he wants to do with his art. But I'm like, if all you're doing is constantly reminding people of like how bad it is out here, that's not really helping people. Show them what's good out here. Show them what's dope out here. Give them an energy and vibe that like feels different than
depression, sadness.
Yeah. And I feel like we're constantly like reminding each other of like, and I do feel like it is a privilege, and I do feel a responsibility to like, nah, I'm not about to like just remind you of how bad and evil this place is and how bad and evil like the afterlife is for you if you're a bad person. No, I just want to be an example of like this shit could be fun. So we have our live stream events, Fest Friday.
On TikTok.
It's us and the Festies. It's us on camera and the Festies in the chat.
Well, anyone that wants to come in and watch on TikTok. But yeah, Festies are the group of people that hang around with us quite a bit.
Yeah, our community.
Yeah.
To me, like that is the example epitome of free spirit. We be out there having a ball. No ego
having a great
involved.
time.
Like, you know, like
we just throwing on a mini concert.
We put on stupid outfits. I'm finna wear a wig. We're gonna wear some
green tights,
a cowboy hat,
roller skates.
You know, like trying to just build a space where like there's no ego.
Yeah,
that has been a space for freedom,
for joy, for good vibes, good music,
And you know what? Sometimes we be on there acting a fool. We act a fool so much TikTok done banned us off there for
3
a few
times.
weeks. 3 times. I was getting in trouble.
We do
like,
nothing.
That's you always like say we do nothing. And
We
then they
did-
show us a video exactly what we did. Like,
Damn, we did do that.
Yeah, we need more spaces like that. Safe spaces that like that though. Again, like safe and free is it's a combination.
Yeah.
But
But also where people can come in and enjoy themselves and laugh and
sure.
talk to us and just have a good time.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to say, Z, I'm so happy that gun didn't go off because I love you. I'm so happy you're here. The world deserves more people like you. And I just love you.
Thank you. No one's ever shared that with me.
Cheers.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. You're an amazing human being. I don't know what I'd do without you today.
Thank you. I
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate that. I love you.
I'm gonna cry.
I'm not. Y'all trying to make me cry and shit. If you or someone you know of is struggling with suicide, you are not alone. In the U.S., you can dial or text 988 anytime to connect with the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. If you're listening outside the U.S., please look up your local crisis resources available in your area. Talk to someone you trust.
So let's get into Free Spirit.
Free Spirit.
Yeah, let's get into the lyrics, kind of like when you wrote it, what it means to you.
Oh, I wrote that. Yeah, I think it was around the same time with a lot of the first stuff, 2021, 2022.
This is pretty much where you wrote a lot of these songs.
Yeah.
During COVID when you're locked in a room.
I was heartbroken. You know, that song is about like the freedom and self-love you build yourself back up to after heartbreak and being a free spirit and feeling like a free spirit because of music and the dance floor. And kind of tapping into like what I said, like pain is a portal. And after that pain and like there's a rebirth. I felt. So like verse 2 is like, died when got a little wise. What a way to get back my life. Surprise, oh my eye. You ain't ghost, now I'm doing the most. Party all night. Died when got a little wise. Boom. And like, what a way to get back my life. Surprise, oh my eye. We have 3 eyes.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all know this. You got 2 eyes that see. I don't know how to
Third eye.
describe the third one, but it's there. That's your conscious. And then using kind of like spiritual context, like about to use my secret weekend weapon. Sipping all day, sauced up by 7. Get dressed in. End up at the bar getting high in the heaven. 2-stepping. Somebody called a reverend.
I'm dead on the dance floor.
Get it.
I'm dead on the dance floor.
Yeah.
I'm dead on the dance floor.
So being dead on the dance floor, like I didn't want the title. I guess honestly I might for the album like change the title of the song to Dead on the Dance Floor. Because Free Spirit felt more of like what I wanted it to be. But the song should be called Dead on the Dance Floor.
This is what you wanted it to happen to you when you wrote the song. You wanted to free your spirit from the past relationship you were just in.
Yeah, the past like feeling.
Yeah.
And and there's a funny story with that song. So the producer so we had 2 sessions. We had the first session and then we had another session, and we had gotten it to a certain place. And then like a few days later, I got a message. He was like, dog, I'm so sorry. My computer crashed. I lost all the song files.
What?
Fortunately, he had sent me like rough versions. And I'll never forget, I was in LA and I just went for a walk, and using my phone, I like stitched together the 2 versions of the song, no mix or master, and just like put it out there. And like it's one of my like favorite songs.
Yeah.
Like it has no mix to it, no master to it. So
United Masters, and didn't they kind of like
Yeah,
fix
so
it a little bit.
that's the beauty of like kind of times we live in. Like you can like mix and master, like just like with a
Ish,
click
yeah.
a button, like ish, you know, like it can get it to like
A good place.
a decent place. Yeah, so I can't get like the instrumental to that.
You have no stems.
I have no stems for that song. Which kind of fits with the record of like Free Spirit. Just like, I'm just about to toss this song out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I never like in the beginning like thought of like I would be making like house music.
Was it initially supposed to be like a house type song?
No, initially, like I write all my songs to just like guitar loops or like simple loops. A note for like producers, like stop sending complicated beats to artists. If you could send like just like simple, unique loops, it's gonna allow their mind to write. So all of my songs that I've written, maybe it's just me.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
like, maybe it's different for.
Yeah, but my mind is able to write and have more clarity with just like a simple loop, and then I could go to the studio and like we can add layers and stuff. But like if I hear like a complex track and try to articulate my thoughts and feelings, I can't do it. So none of these records sounded and felt like this really when I went into the studio,
because it was just a song note on a loop.
That was when I learned to just play in like gang vocals. Like there's moments where like I'm singing, I'm dead on the dance floor, I'm dead on the dance floor, to I'm dead on the dance floor. Like stacking all of those things like is what allows that chorus to be so powerful.
And just layering them over each other.
Just layering it with like any note you can think of.
Well, how does that song start? Had a sweetie with swag, just my type.
I've never lied in a song. I can only like pull from like a real place. And yeah, I had a sweetie with swag, just my type. So I left it all out. Everything's going right. Touch make me feel lucky. Roll blow dice. Set my soul on fire. Make my heart shine bright. I shut everything down for like, I froze on eyes, didn't think twice, gave my heart away free.
Ended up
I paid the price for that. It cut me up in little pieces, dug deep, every slice. Turns out my little angel was my kryptonite. Shit. Yeah, and that's real. Like if you don't have no awareness with love, it can fuck you up.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Are there moments where you just kind of like went along with love, and was it like a free spirit? You kind of like lost yourself?
I feel like that's almost been every relationship I've been in.
Really?
With a female. Just getting comfortable in that situation, but also after a while starting to distance myself, and then them noticing and then coming back in, and then slowly distancing.
Like losing yourself.
Yeah, without even really being aware of it. But then kind of, oh shit, well, I guess, yeah, what she just said, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, I guess.
And this is what I'm supposed to do. Like, this is
what
society
and I'm thinking this is what.
I'm supposed to get married and buy a house and at this age.
And like, yeah, I didn't have any goals or direction of where I was going. And I guess I just need to marry this girl, and we're supposed to start a family and have a house, and I'm just supposed to be happy after this.
Yeah. And like, oh, then the happiness will come.
Yeah, the happiness will come. It's like, what? No.
Yeah.
But yeah, luckily, she was feeling some type of way and ended it. And I was like, whew, thank you. I don't think either of us, we were both staying in this relationship thinking that, like, we were together for 2-3 years before we bought this house. And I don't think we were exactly happy when we bought the house, but we were like, oh, maybe when we buy the house, then we'll, since we just lived, because we were living with some roommates and stuff. So maybe when we live with just each other, things will get better. Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
You felt a lot of pain after that.
Yeah, even though it was kind of what I wanted. But yeah, then the next few months is just pain because you're used to having someone there with you, a partner.
Yeah.
No matter how happy or unhappy you are, it's someone there to talk to. It's someone that you love. You do. I did love her.
Mm-hmm.
She loved me, but just the happiness wasn't there.
Yeah. And for me, I've learned like aloneness leads to oneness. And what
Say
I mean
that
by
again?
that, like with spirituality, I feel like I spent detaching myself from LA and like I was on my journey of like really trying to make this festival thing work. Like I was homeless. I was by myself. I was like sleeping under bridges. I didn't have no friends. I was alone. And that oneness and that like kind of like disconnect allowed me to have like a one-on-one connection and free my spirit. Too many friends doesn't allow you to be a free spirit.
Yeah.
You know, like I used to just want so many friends and like be so popular and shit. And then now I'm realizing like, man, all you motherfuckers is distractions. Like you guys were like not intentionally, but like all these friends, there's all these birthdays I gotta go to, man, all this pain I gotta go through when you're going through shit.
Bachelor parties.
All these things, right, that are taking me out of my alignment.
Yeah.
And so I think in order to keep that spirit free, like I gotta like detach from a lot of
Everybody.
not everybody.
No, I know, but
yeah, but
you know
like
what I mean.
yeah, like nah, I'm trying to keep my spirit and my heart free.
Okay, you went on Instagram and unfollowed everyone on Instagram.
Because it wasn't good for my spirit knowing everything that everybody's doing.
Yeah.
I think that's why we're losing so many like great artists. Because all day they just looking at everyone else. You can't be a creative and have a unique say or point of view if all you're doing is just like absorbing what other artists or other people are doing all day.
Yeah.
So no disrespect, like to people, I'm like, no, it's not anything personal. Like, I don't want to see what you're doing. I don't want to know. And when I see you, you see how excited I am. I'm genuinely excited because I ain't seen you in actually 3 years,
or even a picture of you.
Yeah, like I could be here with you. Like, how you been? What you doing?
Yeah,
and it's like
have a real conversation.
It's not. I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. Like, I'll be minding my business, and it's not anything personal. I genuinely, I don't know what I don't know.
Yeah,
being patient and not being a rush has allowed me to remain free spirit. I'm able to be free and still use the matrix and stuff like that because like I have help.
And by matrix, you mean social media?
Yeah. I don't want to be on Instagram all day scrolling, but I've taken my time with my journey and now I have an amazing producer. He's in my ear right now. Like I have help. And ain't no elevating if you're hating.
Ain't no elevating if you're hating. Who we shouting out this week, Z?
This week, got to give a shout out Devon Johnson.
Devon the creator?
At Devon the creator.
I love Devon.
Love Devon. He's
the best.
He's such just a genuine soul.
He is.
You know what I mean? Not only that, he's fucking brilliant. He's a genius. He's like one of the smartest and creative people I've ever like been able to be around and call a friend. Yeah, we started our kind of like independent creative journey around the same time. So like we were able to like lean on each other. Like, man, you ever started LLC? Like, man, you're hiring your homeboys, like all those things, right? Like it's so cool to be able to call him a friend. And like Devon he has an architecture background. But I remember when he quit working for the architecture firm and decided to work for himself and start his own like business and company. Thing. And so he's been able to be like the stage design and creative director for some of the biggest shows and events that are out there right now. And again, just feel like so lucky to be able to call him a friend. And I'm so proud of him and what he's done. And I'm so just aware of like having him in my universe, the benefit I've had from it. So shout out to Devon the creator.
Devon.
We got this saying that we like to say to each other, I don't know how you feel, but you look good. And so I want to send that out to Devon.
Hell
right
yeah.
now.
And I remember when I first met Devon, I think it was
Yeah.
in LA, and he was just so open and welcoming and like made me feel safe
Yeah.
for meeting someone new, which I'm not kind of used to. And I was
Yeah.
just
We
like,
call him the Oracle.
yeah,
Because that's what his presence feels like. He feels like a
he's got that great energy, that great everything.
yeah, and would love to have him on it. Like for him, like sharing he has such a cool story of like how he got into being like in the architectural world. And man, I remember we've had some times like he slept on my couch, I done slept on his couch, and like just he was like, when I had my like awakening sort of deal, like being able to have someone like him next to me, that some of the lessons and feelings that I had, I'm now aware of, like, oh, you knew exactly what was going on. You
Yeah.
fucking amazing human, you. So shout out to Devon, man. Nothing but love.
Shout out Devon,
Yep.
the creator.
So where can people tap into Festivyl Unfiltered?
So all socials, all music,
IG,
everything, IG,
TikTok, YouTube, anywhere. Spotify,
Apple Music, SoundCloud.
How you spell it?
You can find it, everything, all in the same username, Festivyl. Festivyl.
What is that? That's Festivyl.
It's
and
like a
vinyl.
music festival, for festival and vinyl come together
That's how
to
you
make
get
festival, because vintage never goes out of
Vintage don't
style.
never go out of style.
Nah, so festivals
Nah,
never go out of
so
style. You know,
appreciate you guys all for tuning in. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button, hit the like button, hit the share button. We appreciate you so much.
We love you all. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we did it.
And my name, Bryce.
Spicy.
Free spirit, I'm dead on this road. Free spirit.
I always thought it was a little like cultish. Like every second Sunday we would have communion, right?
My church was every Sunday.
And they would give us this white cracker, which
Was it round?
yeah,
A little
white
cross
cracker
on it?
and Welch's grape juice. And you would drink this like, this is for the body of Christ and this is for the blood.
It symbolized blood and
looking back on it, it's like, there's like some cult shit that we're doing right now, respectfully, humbly, with love. That's
you don't know what they're putting in there. Something to like, I don't know, fuck with your mind to make you believe.
I'm talking about just the fact that like this represents the blood of Jesus.
Yeah.
And drinking the blood. Did you have grape juice and
No, we had actual wine. It was watered down wine. I thought it was good. I always try to like
wait, hold on.
I always try to take like as big as gulp as I could.
Wait, you was in Idaho church and they was giving you a child some real wine?
Yeah, I think it was watered down.
Wait, we can't talk about this because that pastor's gonna end up in jail. So
No, that's everywhere.
What?
Like Christian churches or Episcopalian, at least that I know of. I know Mormon churches back in Idaho would do like little pieces of white bread and water.
And real wine?
They would do water.
And real wine?
At Mormon churches, it was like water and bread. But yeah, my church, it was real wine. Like watered down, Sutter home.
Interesting.
Oh, it was, I don't know, church wine was good.